Hi, I'm Ryan with Forte Legato Coffee. Today we're going to be making a V60 pour over. We're going to be using our Cameroon. This is a AA. It's very sweet, naturally sweet, got some nice tea notes. It's basically the southern sweet tea of coffee. Very popular here. We're going to start with our V60 and some boiling water. First we'll rinse that paper filter out. Just get it nice and wet and let that brew through. This is going to preheat our brewer, and it's also going to get rid of any paper taste that might be left over in that filter. We'll dump our water into our cup. That'll kind of preheat it and get rid of it for us. Now we're going to take 22 grams of fairly finely ground coffee. We'll just pour that into there and tear that out again. And I like to start by making a little divot with my finger in the coffee. Don't worry, the boiling water will kill anything there. We're gonna pour 3 times the amount of coffee we had in there, so 22 grams times 3 is about 66, and we'll give that a nice swirl just to get all the grounds nice and wet. We want everything to get wet as close to the same time as possible. And once that's been in there about 30 seconds, I didn't start my timer, so we'll start it now. And that's been about 30 seconds. We'll start to pour nice and slowly. I use a ratio of about 1 gram of coffee to 16 or 16.6 grams of water. So we're just gonna pour nice and slow until we get to 350 grams of water. And I'm just gonna pour about as slow as possible. And I coat all the grounds all the way out to the outside. We're at 260 now. And I'll just kind of go back to the middle and work my way out. I'm just kind of, if I see really light spots in the top of my brew, I'm gonna avoid that and aim for the darker spots, just so I know I'm coating everything. 323, and we're at about 1.5 minutes now. That's right on time. So about the time we get to 1.5 minutes, 1:45 is when we're gonna be done pouring. 347, 8, 350. Okay, now we're gonna take this and we're gonna give that another swirl just to help everything settle out. And we wait. And that should finish pouring through. We're aiming for a time of about 2:15 to 2:30. If your brew ends up going longer than about 3 minutes, go ahead and just pull the coffee. You can just take your carafe, you can take your brewer, or you can just take it, set it on another cup somewhere just to stop that brew time. You don't want it to go too long or you're gonna get really, really bitter coffee. The next time you do this recipe, you'll want to grind a little bit coarser. If it finishes up in less than about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, you'll want to grind a little bit finer just to let that brew and steep through a little bit slower. We'll give that one more swirl and a little tap just to help everything settle out. And we're getting to about 245, and that coffee is just about drawn down. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it because we went just a hair long, and we'll just set that on our dump cup. Now Nick and I will finally get to have our first cup of coffee this morning. Enjoy.